Hi there and welcome to my review of Blade of the Immortal. So Blade of the Immortal was advertised as director Takashi Miike's 100th film, which is impressive. And it's a perfect sort of film to be a century in a way, because it really is just one of his better films. It's really fun. And that's kind of the thing to remember about Blade of the Immortal. So it has a lot of Miike's strengths. So Miike is someone who is a master of tone, in that his tone will often be ridiculous and maybe even goofy, but yet he maintains a veneer of respectability because he so commits to whatever ridiculous tone he's going for. And one of the things that makes Blade of the Immortal so good is that it doesn't descend to the very worst Miike films, where there's so much illogic and so much things that make no sense. It just feels like everything is being thrown at the wall and only some things have stuck. Now, Blade of the Immortal feels very controlled in its lack of logic. It certainly also helps that, unlike some Miike's films which just become indulgently nonsensical, it always makes sense. You know, when we look at a film that he released this year as well, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable Chapter 1, that was a very ridiculous film, and this is much more restrained and more logical. Having said that though, Miike is also just throwing stuff out there. This is a film which literally has hundreds of deaths, if not thousands of deaths. This is a film which is just ridiculously excessive in every single way. Almost every single character on the screen dies. The story follows a warrior who is given the power to become immortal. And it then follows a girl whose father is murdered by the leader of a group, and she asks this immortal warrior to help her avenge her father, and he agrees, and so they just go around tracking down the people. Like, it's basically a simple setup to allow for maximum killing and fight scenes. And what the film then becomes is just this ridiculously gory mess, where every time they fight, the immortal guy is obviously going to get stabbed a bunch of time and bleed everywhere, but hey, he's immortal, so it's an excuse for gory excessiveness. And on some level, if you don't like gore, not the film for you. But on the other hand, if like me, you really enjoy gory action movies, this is really fun. This is really out there. Like, the blood is almost sickly after a while because there's so much of it. It's gloriously just fun and indulgent, and it's just full of awesome fight scenes. It's obviously contrived. I mean, the characters always turn up in the nick of time, and the plot is really only to move from one set piece to the next. It's also probably a little bit long. You probably cut 20 minutes off quite easily. It is over 2 hours, this film. So there's certainly minor issues, but the thing that really stands out about Blade of the Immortal is that Blade of the Immortal is super fun. And because it's so gloriously well-executed mayhem, that makes it very much enjoyable. Every single fight scene pretty much works as an action set piece. The costumes are brilliant. The acting is actually surprisingly strong for a film that on the surface is so seemingly dumb. There's a lot of actually very, very good performances pretty much everywhere in the film. The film is also episodic in a way because it basically moves from one fight scene to the next, but that's not a problem necessarily. The storytelling is really competent, and even though it does just seem very random and very stupid, the key thing about Blade of the Immortal is that it feels like that's intentional. It doesn't feel like they've accidentally messed up. It feels like every single lack of intelligent action on part of the characters is very much because the filmmakers want that to be the case. So it's certainly inviting you to just enjoy it for what it is. The best character by far is the young girl who is trying to avenge her father. In fact, her total ignorance and naivety really plays into a lot of the aspects of the film which is to do with the characters, because she's constantly learning things which then change how you see other characters, or change how you see her, or change how you see her mission. And so the characters are moving in and out of the story quite constantly because it's so episodic, and they just sort of, they're either in it for a scene or they're not in it for a scene. The characters move, just shift in and out of the storyline. They do shift allegiances, and that shifts how you see them. It's shallow, of course, but this is one of the best action films of the year. It has so much action, it's so awesome. It's really just exciting. It's really gory in the best kind of way. It's out there, it's really pushing the boundaries. I think unquestionably it's a great film. It's just a super cool movie in general. If you like this review, then please give it a like. If you want to hear more of my reviews, subscribe. If you want to keep up with what sort of films I'm watching, you can follow me on Twitter or on Letterboxd. I'll put links in the description. And Blade of the Immortal is a great film.